What it do, ladies and gentlemen? Thought I was gonna be getting on late. A lot of stuff happened. I'm gonna have to eat. I'm munching y'all's ears today. Had a busy day. Plus, we got the coronavirus going around. Wait till a few people get on here. So I have 3 puppies back on the market. The oldest female, I believe, is 3 months and a week. She's 2X champion Lucky Luciano. She carries color. What's good, Finn, little G? And then, of course, first pick male popped up off of did I breed her? Guap. I forgot. I want to breed Vienna the Red Bull when she comes in the next heat, which is awesome because she's staying in Chicago. So that's gonna be phenomenal right there. 2X Grand Champion Futuristic, 1X Champion Lucky Luciano, 1X Grand Champion El Toro, 1X Grand Champion Fonzarelli. Trying to think of who. Oh no, it was Toad, so that's futuristic, yeah. And then of course 1X Grand Champion Dax. And there's some other dogs in there coming from Grand Champion El Toro's bloodline. So first pick male, most likely going to be that Blue Tri. He's 1.5K. And then second pick female, which is 1.5K as well, is back on the market. So if you would like to drop a deposit, they'll be ready to go, I believe, on the 25th. It's pretty much the last week of March. Let me check real quick to make sure I'm giving the right date on that. March 25th. Hope everybody's healthy out there with the corona. Yeah, March 25th. Yep. So I got several people picking up on the 28th. If you haven't reached out, I think there's like 2 people left that haven't reached out to me. Make sure you reach out so that, we in communication, because I've had several people back out at the last minute. Like literally, they were supposed to get the dog that day. I'm on my way. And then I get a text. Ah, man, stuff came up. Sorry, decided, to wait. But what's good, David? Out there in Hawaii. Yeah, I got an old family friend out there in Hawaii. What up, Alan? Deshaun, what it do? Sí, yo hablo español, man. Pregunta si tienes algo que quieres saber de los perros, man. Right there, speaking in Spanish. He's asking me if I speak a little bit of Spanish. So I was like, yep, sure do, homie. Go ahead and ask away if you got any questions in Spanish. Over here, bilingual. I speak that Spanglish. Then we got this lovely man right here. The man. He's a troll, but it's okay. I love my trolls. He does the same breeding every heat with dogs. They're in mud. Let me go ahead and just undo that and put you in timeout where you belong. Act like a chap. You get treated like a chap. Detroit, baby. Yes, sir. Upload a video of Boss Lenny Bully Kennels. Shout out Boss Lenny Bully Kennels. It's a free shout out. Next one, you got to pay for it. What's your most rarest comic? Oh, man. As far as like comics go, man, honestly, you're going to have to catch that. And like, I'm probably going to do a live with Michael at 9. He's hype right now, man. But to be real quick with that, I really don't, collect for like rare. I kind of collect just to read it. You know what I'm saying? Not big into the flipping. Because dude, I done seen some for 22,000, 30,000, depending what kind of condition you're in. X-Men #1, stuff like that. But I really don't. I don't do that. But that was a good question, David. keep it moving, then why are you here? What the freak? I agree with you, Alan. You just got some people, man, they have no life, or they just like misery. So, misery needs company, but, we're above that. Bigger than that. I ain't got time for that. What's up, bro? I love all the way from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Yeah, buddy. Love me some Alabama. Have you ever had... It's a good question. Have you ever had a deaf puppy come out in your litter? If so, what do you do in the situation? Which is a good question, because all white dogs, which is in your thumbnail, tend to have deafness issues, which, Mr. 45, he is a blue tribe, but, when they're all white, they just lack the color in their coats. And I'm eating dinner, so I know it's 8 o'clock. I had a busy day today, and I'm starving, so I was like, I'm just gonna have to hurry up and do live and eat. So excuse me when I take a bite, because it's delicious. But yeah, I haven't had the situation. Like I said, Mr. 45 is the only all white. Redbone was all white too. Royalty, no, she has a couple specks on her. Well, same thing with I take that back, because Redbone had some splotches. Mr. 45 had some splotches as well. Very little bit, both of them, but it was on their ears. So when they got their ears cropped, it went away, But yeah, it does happen with all white dogs. And I'm not sure, so don't quote me on this, but I believe it more so when they have a red nose, because their nose carries color too. So usually that's why they be like blue nose, red nose, So it looks like your male right there in that photo has a red nose. So have you ever, my XL Pits, dealt with deafness? Because I never have. Now I have a buddy who has a deaf dog, and he adopted it, didn't even know it was deaf. Excuse me, I'm gonna talk with my mouth full, just to keep up the conversation. But yeah, he didn't even know it was deaf. He adopted another dog as well, and that dog is blind. So he has these two dogs, but they work great together. They help each other out. When it's time to eat, or they're trying to go out to the walk, the park, whatever, he'll nudge the other one so that he can get up, and then the blind one will kind of be led by the deaf one. So it is pretty neat. It's real cute. Both of them are small dogs. One is a Jack Russell Terrier, and I'm gonna have to ask him what the other one is, because I think it's a Shih Tzu, but I need to see. But I thought that was real neat. So he's like, man, he's about to retire, and he was like, dude, I need to get me a dog from you. So I was like, I'm ready when you are. But I thought that was real cute. But yeah, man. So as of now, no, I sure have not dealt with the deaf puppy. But like I said, he ended up getting that one, and this one was at a shelter that he helped adopt. So it was like he must not have been there long, and he went through the process, and they didn't know he was deaf. You know what I mean? So they're like, man, he's so quiet. He's such a good boy. All these other dogs barking and going crazy, and this dude just sleep, chilling. But yeah. But yeah, hopefully everybody is healthy, man. We done had the first person die off of the coronavirus, I believe, in California. I'm not sure, but they said the best thing to do. I didn't even know about 29,000 people die a year off of the flu, but they're saying the best thing you can do is wash your hands when you sneeze into your armpit. Don't touch your face like I just did. As soon as you come home, wash your hands. So pretty much the stuff your parents should have taught you. I know my mom did. My mom was real. As soon as we come home, wash your hands. Makes sense. But food is banging. I'm not gonna stay on too long, because I really don't have nothing to talk about. But I just wanted to get on here and see, Q&A. Anybody got some questions? You know the drill. My dude got a library. Big ups. Appreciate you. Yeah, I do. Years and years, man. collecting, really. What up, Lisa? Over here in Minnesota. I had a buddy that lived there. I think I think it was Minnesota, because he would always be like, hey, hey. He would always say, hey, after everything. Hey. I ain't talked to him in a while. It's been years. Matter of fact, it's been like, man, dude, it's been like 9, 10. Yeah, it's been like 9, 10 years since I talked to him. Much love and respect, big bro, to the whole camp. Thank you, sir. Shout out to RBOE Kennels. Where you located at, boss? What up? Chaos Guns. After my career, yo. My last, my last litter had one, and I still have him. He's at 6 months old. Yeah, so was I right? Did you breed all white to all white, or did they both have red noses, or did they both have blue noses? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm learning. I did a little bit of research on it. I learned that, but I've never had it. Yeah. The man. Oh man, nah. Yeah, we can't. Nah, we can't be having none of that. You ain't about to be on here talking trash. How I remove this? Let me see. Boom. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna have to go ahead and give you the boot for now. I don't like that. Gonna have no profanity and no. Who you talking to anyways? You know what I'm saying? You behind a phone or a computer, just meddling. Yeah, no. Get that out of here. You chew like I never ate before. Dude, I ain't ate since this morning. I'm starving. I've been busy. I still ain't done. I still got more stuff to do, but I was like, oh shoot, what time is it? I was like, oh man, I gotta go live. I'm over here telling people I'm gonna go live. Best thing to do is stay consistent and do what you said you was gonna do. And eventually, you'll grow. You'll do better. I'll learn. Like right now, somebody asked something good, or it might have been the other live. I ended up learning something. This what my man right here, Dark Shinobi, got to say. What does Juicy look like? Couldn't find any pics of her on your IG or Facebook. She's a blue tri. She's on my Facebook, and she's on my IG. You just ain't looking at. I got so many dogs. You know what I mean? You don't know which one you're looking at. But yeah, she's a blue tri. Rich daughter. She's solid. It's Kate checking in. Yep, both red noses. Yeah, see that's what I've heard, but I'm sure that's not always the case, but that just happens more frequently, when you have two with red noses, because I've had a guy tell me, the dogs with the best what is it? With the best immune systems are black dogs, and that's not the case. You know what I mean? I've had dogs suffer with coat conditions from every color, not and the black ones too. So, it's just all how they're bred. So. So I'm not saying, oh, it's got to be a white dog to be deaf. No, because you can breed two white dogs, and get plenty of fine ones. One of them was deaf. All right, well, those plenty of fine ones say you marry a black dog. You breed with a black dog, and that black dog came from a family that had deaf dogs in it. You heightening the chances. You putting those two bloods together, you have a possibility that maybe 1 out of 30 pups might come out deaf. It's a possibility. So it's the same thing. You got two black dogs, you breed them. You could come out with pups that have skin issues, allergy issues. It's just how they're lined up. You know what I mean? So people are saying all kinds of stuff, like as far as, oh, Merles do this and Merles do that. Some might, some won't, because there's plenty of dogs out there with the Merle coat pattern that are just fine. I forgot the name of where they got. Is it the Australian Shepherd that they believe that has the Merle coat pattern? There's other dogs as well, but I'm just telling you the one I know of. And those, if it is the Australian Shepherd, those are some intelligent dogs, and Not all of them, suffer from issues because they're merles. So that's a little bit. I'm not speaking from experience, just hearsay, but you got some people that are very experienced talking about it. So there's something going on there. Um, but like I said, my philosophy is, every coat pattern, every coat color, every dog breed, they all have their issues. Some more than others. Like years ago, the Dalmatians were having an issue because they were having something going on with their liver. So and it was getting very dominant within the breed, because people's like, oh, you inbreed? Oh, blah, 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 blah. Well, the point is, man, if your dog is in the eight, man, I'm taking a bite. I'm hungry. I've been talking way too much. What time is it? I'm gonna get on this topic right here because that's a good question. But all dogs and breeds, there's a certain point where the books are closed. So once the books are closed, you have to use another dog that's in that gene pool. So that's why I say that just like us humans, we all are related. We all came from Adam and Eve. Down the line, there were separations, but the genetical pattern that makes up humans came from a human. Same thing with dogs. Their genetic patterns all came from wolves, foxes, uh, dingoes, but they're all canines. So once you break off the gene pool, it's like all of a sudden, you closing up the stud books. So you can only play with the dogs that are inside here. So pretty much there's going to become a certain point where everybody's getting closer and closer and closer related. So you got to be very careful and do a lot of research the longer you've been in and the more you've been doing this. I have to talk to other people that have been doing it for a long time too and figure out what issues are they having, what issues are they dealing with, so that you can say, we're compatible. You're not having a lot of issues when it comes to the liver or kidney. Okay, well, I'm having a lot of issues with the kidney. Yours aren't. Let's mix the bloods. So the Dalmatians were starting to have issues with their liver. So they were trying to come up with tests to determine if the dog is going to have the issue. So last time that I heard, they didn't find it. They were looking for a way to determine how they can tell if your dog Dalmatian is going to end up having these liver problems. So they were going fanatic and desperate because it was getting very predominant within that dog breed. So, either figure it out or outcross, straight up. Look to another dog that is similar to the Dalmatian, but a little bit different, so that you can kind of, clean up the blood and try to not have those problems in your breed. So let me go ahead and take some more bites. Yeah, that's a great question. Valorous bullies. Several things. Attend dog shows. Go to dog parks. Walk your dog. Because I've sold a couple dogs by walking my dogs. Also, you can use websites. You can use Craigslist. You just have to pay them. Also, there's You could newspaper. I don't know how many people, that's around 35 and below read newspapers anymore. That's like my grandparents, but I'm speaking just from the people I know. I mean, does anybody around that age read a newspaper? Please put it in the comments, because I'm very curious, because I've never met personally someone that's around 35 or younger that reads a newspaper. But definitely, because older people, retired, they got money, they're doing good in their business or whatever. They might look in the paper and see a dog for sale. You definitely don't put your eggs in one basket. That's why I'm very diverse. Because they can change the laws up in a minute. Be like, oh yeah, you ain't no more dog content on YouTube, and I'm gone. Definitely invest in your own website, which I plan on doing by 2021. So that I can put my website and all my links. I would highly suggest that. But those are several ways right there. Network. Yeah. I think that pretty much covered it pretty good. Dad, let me see. My man XL Pitts. Dad is white, mom is white with one brown spot. Yeah, see, that's what I heard, so I mean, how does a deaf dog act? Is it pretty chill? Does it bark at everything? Like, is the personality real cool? I'm curious, just to see, if it's just his, because his is older, his dog that he got, because he was like, dude, how could somebody just, over here, if you give your dog, if you take your dog to the pound, you got to pay money, so a lot of people just throw their dogs out, and some people are responsible. They go, like they were saying, somebody had a bunch of beagles, and like what they would do is, before, they would take all their beagles and like put them in the pound, and then wait a couple months and then get them back out. Like they were doing some crazy stuff, so they changed up the laws. But yeah. So there's that. Where we at? The Tiana and Red Bull, did it work? I just took her to the vet this morning, and her numbers was 4.9, so I was early. So I'll be breeding her this coming week, and hopefully she takes. What's your shortest male? How much for your frozen? My shortest male is Red Bull. He's all around definitely the best male. Super short, nice rear. As far as frozen semen, where are you? Are you in the States? Because honestly, I wouldn't suggest frozen semen. Frozen semen, you have to know what you're doing. Your vet has to know what they're doing. They got to be on top of it. Frozen semen is very expensive to ship. You're talking about $1,000. So I feel like maybe I would personally do it in person. That's how I like to do all my breedings, in person. Make sure you're getting what you pay for, and get as fresh as possible, because all that stuff, as soon as it's out, and it has a shelf life. So that's why when you fool with frozen, you're dealing with a tank, like a concrete tank, with Freon and stuff, like with its own type of system, in order to ship it. I'm about to take me some more bites real quick. But yeah, definitely good topics. What up, Jesus? Hey, Seuss. There was a joke once that I heard in the barbershop. There was 3 pastors arguing about if Jesus was white, black, or Hispanic. So the white guy was like, Jesus was white. You see, when you go into church, all them pictures of him, he's always white. And Jesus was a white man. The black pastor laughs and says, yeah, right. In the Bible, he said he had hair like wool, skin like bronze, and eyes like fire. The Hispanic man said, get out of here. When have you ever met a white or black person called Jesus? I ain't never met a white person or a black person called Jesus. But I met plenty of Jesuses in my life. And they was either Puerto Rican or Mexican, so we solved it. Jesus was Puerto Rican and Mexican. Heard it here first. Advertise at your local barbershop's a good way to sell pups. Yep. Oh yeah, that's a definitely good way. Also, talk to your vet. You may be able to put up a little sign in their store. You know, they might charge you a little bit. You know, but if it helps you sell, you know, that's what's up. You know, I've had a guy one time talk to me. Man, he talked to me for weeks and ended up not even getting a dog. Because he saw my dogs when I was taking them to the vet. Well, I'll take that back. Every time he did want one, I already sold him. So there's that. So I figured he would be pretty chill. See what I mean? Jesus was Puerto Rican. Nah, he probably was more. He probably was Mexican. There's more of them than us. So thank you. That was a real good question. What it do, Antonio? Oh shoot, Boss Lenny over there in Texas. What you fooling with? That dog in the thumbnail look good. Is it young or is it just like an exotic or what? It looks like a smut. It looks tough though. Yeah, I got a buddy out there in Fort Worth. A barber. I take that back. I think he moved to Killeen. But he was in Fort Worth for like 14 years. I think that's where he was born. So he moved back a long time ago. I need to hit him up. He was real cool. He looked out for me when I was learning how to cut hair. I definitely appreciate him a whole lot. I got a question. When does he bark? Does he bark in his sleep? Because I mean, does he bark, I guess, when he hears vibrations, or like, does he bark when he has to use the bathroom? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm curious, man. I have some dogs. I don't ever hear them bark. Just some aren't barkers. Why you say that, Jesus? I ain't arguing with you. I'm just saying. First pick male be. I'm gonna tell you right now. First pick male ain't even finna be available. You know, much less a female. Off the rip. You know, down the road. You know, possibility, but I bred Red Bull like the 6 females and like 4 of them didn't even take. You know, he hit Tulip, Roy Zarelli. Roy Zarelli's in heat right now. I'm taking her to the vet. I gotta look at my calendar. I believe Wednesday, so she's in heat right now. So I'm about to have several of them coming back in heat right now. You know, Roxy's about to be back in heat probably towards the end of this month. Savage, Roy Zarelli, Gizmo. I already bred Cupcake. So, yeah, I'm probably going to sell Cupcake. I'm about to breed her. She's only been bred once. I'm about to breed her again. After this, breed her to Red Bull, get that 2X Grand Champion El Toro, and then I'll sell her. So what's great about her, man, she gets natural birth. Amazing. Tulip does too. So I'm super stoked about them. Like I don't know, I'll probably sell them for a little bit more just because they give natural birth, and it's like amazing, man. It gets old after a while after paying $400, $500, $600, $700 per C-section. So that'll be a great come up. Man, I didn't kill this. What time is it? Man, time flies. I'm about to get off in a little bit. Plug for Basileni Bullet Kennels. Heavy Gotti. Yeah, I ain't heard of Lil Gun, but I'm not real knowledgeable when it comes to micros. When other dogs mess with him, he'll bark. Yeah, he'll talk then. I'm like, hold up, man. Back up off me. Oh, shoot. If you doing all that with him, how old is he? He's got to be young. An hour, dude. My dogs, you play with them for about an hour, they gassed out. This is the younger ones. The more bully ones, man, they gas out. They be breathing hard and everything. Long walks, that's a big one. If you could swim, take them to a lake. Some people put them on treadmills. That way you ain't even got to leave the house, or sometimes, you might live in a city. Well, it might be a hassle to, walking for a couple hours every day. I didn't want to touch this chicken, but I might have to. I'm good. So I apologize for eating live like this, but I ain't ate since this morning, and I was starving. I'm still not done. I'm still busy. Yeah, 7 months old. I figured he'll put on that weight, and he'll start to slow down. Might be a year, 2 years, 3 years, especially if he's a bully. They tend to be like NFL players, man. They go to high school, have that high school body, go to college and get that real man body, and get to the NFL and start packing on that weight quicker. A lot of these bullies be like that. I seen it with my own eyes. Like, man, this dude done got thick. What? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I ship in the lower 48, man. Even to Mexico, Canada, the Caribbean. Only thing is, though, the farther you go, the higher the price gets. I had somebody hit me up wanting a dog from UK. I can send a dog to the UK. It's just gonna cost you $2,000. So I've only sold a dog to. I had one sold to Puerto Rico, but dude backed out. Then I sold one to Canada. But if you're gonna be paying that much, you want a better quality dog than what you're getting. For $500, $1,000, or $1,500. You don't want no basic dog. Because these dogs are starting to go all over the world now. So people seeing how much money they're selling for, and they're like, oh shoot, I can't buy a dog from him. Let me see if I can get one cheaper from the States. That shipping gonna eat you alive. $4X bullseye. Nice. "21 days pregnant." Yeah, you got a little bit of time left until she dropped that litter. Let me see my man. Hey, Zeus. Yeah, he's a bully. Zeus and Henny from Royal Kennels. I got first pick, man. Ooh, nice. That's what's up. All right, we done with that. What it do? I like that time. Yeah, shipping ain't no joke. I had somebody from India try to hit me up. And then he was like, can you handle the shipping part? I was like, no. I might as well just sell the dog for free. And not even worry about the hassle of meeting all the requirements to ship it. Because it ain't no, I'm that thing's going on the plane and and going to you. Now there's a whole bunch of logistics to it, man. It ain't easy as that. I've shipped several dogs in airplanes, and it's more hard. Well, the way I used to do it, you can't even do it no more. You have to have it nannied. So I ain't. Well, I did have it nannied by the owner, George. He came and picked it up twice, his 2 pups. But I think I have somebody that I contacted. It might be them. I'm not sure. And they actually had some pretty good deals. But I mean, my dude. The thing is, my dude, he got some average deals. Average price. That's why I say $550. He's shipping a dog over here in New Jersey for $500. But usually it's around that price. That's why I tell people $550 out the rip. If they say no, I can't do that, then I just don't even sell it to them, because I ain't finna be bothering my dude every time somebody says they want a dog, because it irritates me, but I'm not finna irritate him. So before you get to him, you gotta go through me. So if they say, yeah, $550 is cool, boom, then I'll hit him up and I'll be like, look, this is what I need to get shipped here, blah, 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 how much? And he tells me the price, and I'm like, okay, cool. I have had one time where it was more expensive, but that's because he had to go through tolls. So that's why, he wanted the dude to cover the toll fees, But I've had great experience with him, and what's good about him, other than these other professional shippers, he delivers same day, if not next day, depending where you're at. Whereas these, big companies that ship dogs, dude, I done sent the dog one time and it took a month and a half to get to where it was going. That is ridiculous. The puppy was only 6 weeks old, almost died. And I was like, in my head, I was like, dude, if it dies, I'm gonna have to cover the price. You know what I mean? Oh, it was just like, because the dude already got paid, the shipper. Which my dude, he don't get paid until he delivers the dog. So I like that too. That's because I done had one guy, he hired his own shipper and stole his money. And I'm like, dude, who'd you hire? You know what I mean? So he told me, and I was just shocked. Because he was going around saying that he was family to the shipper that I used to use that died. I've done had two shippers die. So, shipping dogs is dangerous. And I've done it a couple times, but It's very dangerous. Like I said, I done had two. That's crazy. That's why I always tell my man John, be safe, don't speed. You get tired, pull over, cause very dangerous. And like I said, done had two of them pass. But this particular dude was saying that he was the family of the guy that died and was getting people to send him money. I was like, this is crazy. And it was like same day dude died. Like, I was like, wow. So yeah, he got his money back though. Well, I don't know if he got it all back or not, because I'm not too sure. But yeah. Yeah, most likely I'll definitely, once he takes with Cupcake, I'll definitely have some for sale off of that. What price is that? What price was he charging you? I'm assuming you're talking about shipping, correct? Because I want to say, like I said, I've talked to several shippers, man, and like the going rate, for these people that shipping dogs, 10, 15, 20, 30 dogs per trip, they all charging $5.50. So I saw this dude, he's pretty competitive. He shipped some dogs for me before, where he charged a guy $300. So needless to say, because I let them know, because you're not paying me, you're paying the shipper directly. So I was letting them know, like, dude, you just he said 300. They were like, whoa, cool. You just saved 250. So right, 1K. Oh, well, I could see that gig too, But now with me, yeah, like I said, you pay him directly. So there's no, it's not like I'm taking a cut off the top. Now, what did happen one time? This dude, which I can kind of see it to a degree. They were two cousins. One cousin was looking for a dog. The other cousin contacted me. So I told him, the dog was 1,500. So he told his cousin that the dog was like 1,800. So he called me up and he said, man, my cousin's going to give you 1,800. Just throw me the three. And I was like, what? He was like, because I told him it was extra to cover, my finder fee. And I was like, dude, you need to talk to him and let him know. Because no, I can't do that, And then on top of that, what I look like sitting there counting 300, and then handing it to him, like I was like, man, I can't do that, man. So that was pretty funny right there. But I could. He did hook him up, and they came up here. They came up here from Cleveland and picked up that dog. AGBTV. No, what is that? What's AGBTV? Let me see what time it is. I might have to get off here in a little bit. Yeah, I'm about to get off in about 5 more minutes. AGBTV, yeah, I'm not sure about it, man. I'm assuming it's a dog channel. I subscribe to everybody I can find that talks about dogs. Even some people that talk about different dogs, because I've learned a lot from other people that talk about Rottweilers and German Shepherds. From Florida to Texas for 1K, golly. Like, dang, I ain't never heard of nobody charging that much. Louisiana to Cali for 350. Ooh wee. That can't be the ones I was talking about then, because I was adding it up. They charged by the mile, and yeah, they charged by the mile. So it was pretty competitive and pretty close, but I was like, it's too similar to my man. So I was like, why switch it up and go with another guy when my guy's doing perfectly fine? Now, if something happens to him, I'll definitely be hitting them up. That's why I have them, I messaged them and have their contact info just in case, what I'm saying, to have, I learned now. God forbid, I hope he doesn't, because he's got like 5 kids, and the other dude had like 2. So it was sad. He was young. He was in his 20s, mid-20s. Sad, man. Trying to get all bull breeds in front of the camera. Not sure what you're talking about, Matthew Harris. Okay, he said the next female you're going to take him to is Cupcake. Is she in your videos? I'm going to go back and look. Yes, she is from our first breeding the Grand Champion El Toro. She is a blue tri. You know, it's been a while since I did an update. I kind of got my dogs all over the place right now, and I haven't been. That's why, and I've been busy, man. So I you know, but I'm this spring, if the weather's nice, not too much rain, not too much mud, and the summer, definitely the summer. Come the summer, man, I'm gonna be taking so many videos and pictures off the yard. You know, better videos of each particular dog. Just right now, you know, I'm busy. I do these videos real quick. AGBTV. Okay, cool. I'm about to look that up right now so I don't forget. I'm about to check them out. Add them on YouTube. YouTube. What's it? I already forgot. Where we at? Where we at? I'm gonna put it up here so I don't lose it. AGTV. See what pops up. I appreciate that, man. Definitely subscribe. Boom. Bow. What else? What else? Would you give a family member a discount, or am I the only one that says 2K for family and customers, no family discounts? That's hilarious. Okay, they've been on here for about 2 years. They've been on here about as long as me or longer, depending where at the 2 years. But as far as family goes, man, like my family's real tight. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have a huge family. You know, here in Kentucky, most of my family's in New York, Puerto Rico. I have a couple cousins in Cali. I have a whole lot in Florida. A lot in South Carolina, some in North Carolina, but the majority is all in New York and Florida, and South Carolina. But for instance, you know, I got a couple cousins here, and I gave my oldest cousin, he's old enough to be my dad. My oldest cousin's like 58 years old. He just had a dog. His dog died, and his dog was like 17 years old. You know, doing real good. You know, his wife's a teacher. She's like in charge of the board of all the teachers. I can't remember exactly what the detail is. And you know, he's a manager at FedEx. Well off, doing good, very responsible. You know, I was kind of hurt, man. He ended up getting a dog last year. You know, I was a little in my feelings like, man, dude, like, you know, I've been breeding these dogs for years now, and I figured, you know, he had a real, it was an Amstaff, I believe, but they're similar in breed. So I was kind of like, dang, man, like, I've been doing this for a while, and he didn't even consider, you know, getting one for me. So, but, you know, I wasn't mad or nothing, but I was kind of in my feelings for a little bit, but, you know, I was like, oh, well, it ain't a big deal, you know, whatever. And then, yeah, last year, towards the end of the year, he texted me. And, you know, since our age gap is so different, like, we see each other at family reunions, but we don't talk too much. And that's what I liked about now. So he texted me, and like, dude, he's only texted me probably twice my whole life. He texted me a book talking about, man, you know, I ended up getting Zuko because, you know, my wife, you know, that's what she wanted. And I felt bad because I wanted to get one from you. And he was like, well, I talked to her and she said that we can get one more. And I was hoping, you know, I could get one from you. And he told me what he liked, what he wanted. Of course, he wanted, you know, when you outside and you see quality, you know quality. You see a Honda Civic, and then you'll see a Ferrari. You know, like the Ferrari, that's a nicer car. Well, it's the same thing with these dogs. And he saw one of Jupiter's grandsons. Y'all seen pictures of him, look dead like him. He looks good. Guap's son, Jupiter's great grandson. What time is it? Y'all got me sucking in for another 5 minutes. So he was solid. And he was like, man, I like that. I like that because Rocco was blue. So at first he wanted a blue, which was Gentleman Jack. It's who I kept. So I told him, you know, yeah, you know, but then once he saw the lilac one, he was like, dude, I like this one. And I was like, man, that right there is rare. That's a recessive gene, like blonde hair people. It's a recessive gene. It's real hard to get. And they look beautiful. So I told him, man, yeah, I got you. I'll go ahead, and he takes great care of his dog. Great care of his stuff. So I was like, oh, he's gonna be in great hands. I got to worry about him trying to sell him to make some money to go get some crack. You know what I mean? That type of. So you got to judge wisely. But so I know that dog's living the life. Dog sleeping with him, eating steak. I'm dead serious. Dog getting some lo mein. Eating whatever he eat. Um. Uh. So, and then when he came over, he was trying to pay me and stuff. And I was like, nah, man, nah, I ain't finna take no money. I was like, he just kept trying to give it to me. And I was like, nope. I was like, all I ask, which I told him beforehand, I was like, all I ask is that down the road, I'm giving you the number one stud, my future stud that I wanted to keep. And I was like, the only thing is down the road, I'm going to want to use him. So I'm thinking towards the end of this year, I'll probably breed to him, 2, 3, 4 times. And then the year after that, probably 2 or 3, 4 more times after that. So I said, don't clip him, because he clipped Rocco, his first. He was clipped. He was like, man, I regret that. I wish I would have never did it. So I was like, just don't clip him. And he was like, I don't want his ears cropped, So I was like, that's cool. Don't bother me none. So, but long story short, and then my other cousin's got 2 boxers, and we're close. We're real close, because he's like 38. So he's not as old as my other cousin is to me. So he has 2 boxers, and I kind of was joking with him. I was like, man, down the road, they getting older when they pass, come to me to get a dog. He was like, yeah. So they're sweet dogs, real good dogs. So once he saw the dog my other cousin went, he was like, man, I want one just like it. I want one just like that. So I was like, man, I got you. Then he was like, it don't have to be just like that. He was like, it can be different. He was like, or it could be chocolate. He was like, I like those chocolate ones. And then he was like, man, just give me whatever you want. It don't matter. Just give me. But I already know what I'm giving. I'm giving him what he wanted, that lilac, and he's real close with my other cousin too. So he was kind of the bridge. But it was dope because I built a relationship now where every now and then I'll be texting my oldest cousin and be like, how's Kaniki doing? How's the family? So it gives me something to actually talk to my cousin about, and that's what I like, whereas before, like, he came to my barbershop one time, and I cut him and his son's hair. That was pretty dope, little stuff like that. So then my other cousin that got the 2 boxers, me and him are real close. Like, he would take me around when I was like 6 years old. He would actually bring me with him. So I was real close with him all the way up until about, I would say, until he got married and or started having kids, and life changed a little bit, but then I just reach out to him every now and then. He's real busy too now, but it's not like when we're younger, but I'm definitely close to him, and we got a real good relationship, because he was real friendly. He liked me around, and he just was always friendly, man. Wasn't mean to me. He never was mean to me. Brought me around with him, pretty much let me do everything he did, would pay, so it was pretty dope, because I didn't have an older brother. So, that kind of helped me with my relationship with my little brother, because it kind of, my little brother was feeling himself and trying to fight me and stuff, and I could have beat him up, but, I never fought my brother, never hit him or anything. He tried to fight me a couple times, but I just was like, dude, you're not ready, I ain't no big dude, but, he was even smaller than me, so I could have, I could have put my hands on him, but I didn't. So, yeah, man. So what I would say, sorry about that. I took forever to get to this point, but I kind of just shared something that really was special to me. So what I would say is, with your family, depending on who they are, absolutely charge them. If there's somebody that's been good to you and that you can trust and that is responsible, because for free, I've only gave one dog for free, and that was that one. Now my family's all my family, all my aunts and stuff like that, they very, very good with dogs. They have dogs that are very old. A lot of them. It's a group of them. I remember at one point they was all passing. They're all small dogs too. It was like one was passing after the other. So yeah, just very responsible. Like, if you got, a 21-year-old cousin and he's just in the streets, like, hey, that's a absolute no, unless you paying me what I want, $1,500, $2,000. If not, sorry. You got some bum uncle, nope. You got some crackhead aunt, nope. They're just gonna sell your dog. You know what I mean? Or just not take good care of it and not be responsible for it. So that's what I would say. That's my 2 cents, on that. You do what you want to do personally. I'm just saying from my experience, your experience could be totally different. You could give it to your crackhead aunt and she never sell it. Take great care of it. So, I would just say just weigh out, your options and do what you feel is a good idea. Okay. Yeah, I really don't do discounts either. You know what I'm saying? If people buy multiple dogs from me, you paying what I said pay. Yeah, it's just being honest. I'm not, because I learned when I first got into it. I bought 2 dogs from 2 different people, and the first guy was like, if I buy 2, can I get a discount? He was like, nope. And guess what? I paid full price. And then when I got the other 2 dogs from the other lady, guess what? I paid full price. So I never, nope, never do a discount. Unless, like, for instance, the case, the cleft palate. Yeah, I sold her at a discount. She got a cleft palate, man. And then I should be having a little mail up. Should be here this Sunday. He's a little blue tri too. He looks nice. He's got a cleft palate. I'm gonna be selling him for 500. The owner just wants, they're having a hard time. Being able to 2 feed him, like I said, it's real hard. It ain't easy. You got to be on it, man. Ain't no, I don't feel like 2 feeding the baby today. No, you got to be on that joker. They'll pass on you. So I have another one here soon. So they were like, look, if you raise it, you can sell it. That's that. So I was like, all right, cool, yeah, because I was like, pay me. It's extra work for me, but yay, you gotta do what you gotta do. All right, so we got right here. This is a good question. Can you explain a little bit about line breeding, mom to son or dad to daughter? Yeah. I've done both. Really, if you don't own, the mom or the dad or whatever the case is, the son even or the daughter, I would say talk to the person that does, that produced them, and ask them about health issues that they've had with that bloodline. And if they purchased that dog from somebody else, or they purchased the parents of that dog from somebody else, I also suggest that you get a hold of them and talk to those people as well, so that you can go as far back as you can to see what kind of issues you have with that line breeding. And that's what I would say. Do what I've done it, like I said, both ways. So, but that's a great tool thing to do. It's actually the Bully View on YouTube. It's tight content. Jesus died for your sins, man, because you have broken God's 10 commandments. You deserve hell, but Jesus paid your penalty. You will accept his sacrifice and give your life to him. Amen. Lewis and John's illustrations. Amen and amen. Please, to have eternal life after this short one. You're right. We like the rose. We bloom and then we fade. Life is real short. That's deep. Oh, shoot. Would you take Red Bull to Mokina's sister? Just asking. Mokina? I'm not sure. Who you asking, boss? Who's Mokina? Bob Marley repping GBK. Yeah, William Randall. Man, Bob Marley goes hard. Bob Marley is dope. I'm about to get off here in about 2 seconds because Michael's about to be hitting me up. Oh yeah, man, go ahead and text me that again because I already forgot. Don't forget about my kennel part of question. That's a good question. No 2K for everyone. You do you, boss Lenny. I ain't mad at you. Everyone else, I'll see you later, man. Dinner time. Absolutely, bro. Take care. I charge everyone the same because trust and believe me that if they have a business, they ain't gonna hook up for free. Absolutely. For real, Jesus Ortiz, I had a guy saw the pup, got papers, told him to come get them and never answered. 10 months later, he shows up asking for them because he will start studying out a dog. All right, Michael, I'm getting off. Y'all take it easy. I appreciate everybody getting on here. And thank you for the great questions. Deuces.